Now, on the Naira redesign policies, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as you may recall, the Central Bank of Nigeria received the approval of President Muhammadu Buhari on the 26th of October 2022 to redesign the 200 Naira, 500 Naira, and 1000 Naira Nigerian bank notes.
Confusion everywhere. Yes, this will definitely be so, as we all know that Nigeria is a confused country. The Central Bank of Nigeria governor appeared yesterday on national TV saying that whatever it is that he has said, the policy, the deadline still remains. And what we wonder, what is the job of the court? When people are aggrieved, when people do not want a decision that government or any parastatal comes up with, they have the right to take this to the court, unless it is an executive order. And even at that, people still have the right to take this to the court. We all know what's happening right now. Nigeria is divided into different factions. There are some people who are in support of the deadline of the Naira note and the mopping up of the Naira note and the introduction of the new Naira note and the scarcity of it. We know that majority that are not connected to corrupt politicians or connected to the banks are having problems accessing funds, accessing money. The central bank has made it clear we have bumped up this X amount of money, old currency, and we have this X amount of money in circulation. But the problem is this: the amount of mopped up is much more than what the central bank has released. Now, there is going to be serious critical problems. Now, this prompted governors, in fact, 10 governors have dragged the central bank and the federal government to the court. They want an extension. They want an extension to the deadline. They said this is creating hardship, creating problems in our state, creating problems for Nigerians. I don't know if you are experiencing any of this at all. I mean, is it okay for you? Are you getting money from the ATM machines? Are you able to transact easily, or you are going through hardship? They said that they want to introduce cashless society. How cashless is it? Are you able? And now we heard that POS agents are charging more. The Central Bank of Nigeria said any POS agent charging more than 200 Naira should be dealt with. Policy upon policy without implementation, without anyone ready to respect or obey whatever it is, because it is so hard for them to do their businesses. The Supreme Court, according to some people, does not have jurisdiction over monetary policies. These are people divided over this. They say, yes, they don't have the right. It is better you quickly go and return the old Naira note because you will suffer. Others are saying that people should keep fooling themselves, that since the court has adjourned the case, they can continue with the old Naira note. Now, what is the news? What is the news? The news is this. The Supreme Court on Wednesday adjourned the case on a Naira swap policy of the Central Bank of Nigeria till February 22nd for hearing of the consolidated suits by 10 states, 10 governors, 10 states against the federal government, against Emefiele, the central bank governor. The report originally had been that CBN had fixed January 31st as the deadline for old notes to be in circulation, but extended it in response to pressure from Nigerians. However, before February 10 deadline, Kogi, Kaduna, and Zamfara states approached the Supreme Court seeking that the CBN should be restrained from going ahead with the deadline. Wednesday hearing, led by Justice John Okoro, had the governors of Kaduna and Kogi State, Dasa Erifai and Yaya Bello, respectively, in attendance. Other states, namely Niger, Lagos, Kano, Ondo, Ekiti, had also applied to be joined in the suit against the central bank and the federal government. Justice Okoro stated that the Apex Court would not lose sight of the case as it affects Nigeria. we will do the needful. That is what the judge is saying. This is not just affecting politicians who, according to some people, have stashed huge amount of money, hopefully to use this to, kind of financially blackmail people into voting for them, simply put, buying votes. It's affecting basically all Nigerians, people who have no access to the extra, people who cannot get money to transact. I'm talking about market women, I'm talking about traders, I'm talking about artisans. Now, people said that political office holders or politicians are being punished, and I kind of wondered how people think this way. Do you think that governors of these states do not have access to this new Naira note? If new Naira notes could be sprayed and stepped upon in several parties all over Nigeria, we saw them spraying Naira notes and dancing. So you think a governor will not have access to this? Yes, they might have more of the new old Naira notes stashed somewhere, as they often do. Yes, they might have that, and it will be difficult for them. For one governor, for example, who probably has about, let's say, 15 billion naira of the old Naira notes stashed several locations, it will be difficult for him to quickly get a bank to just swap and do that. It will be very difficult for them. Emefiele knows all of this. He has done his calculation, and he knows that if he should release more Naira notes, new Naira notes, the governors will be able to quickly swap. And he wants to make sure that that money that has been stashed becomes useless for them. And he quickly targeted this just before the elections. And they said he's targeting Atiku Abubakar, targeting whoever, Tinubu, targeting Peter Obi, or anybody who might want to buy votes or just give someone something. They said that is what it is. Well, what is this going to be? Question is this: will the banks continue to receive old Naira note, or they will have to go to the CBN, branches of the CBN, to swap it? It is terrible. I mean, things are just getting out of hand right now. CBN announced that the old Naira note is no longer a legal tender in Nigerians. Banks will not collect it from anybody. People have no other option than to stay hungry, than to be frustrated at this time. It is difficult. People cannot even access the new Naira note. That's another problem. I do not see much of Nigerians stashing money. I mean, the citizens who do not have access to stashing huge amount. I do not see them having too much of old Naira notes in their houses. They probably do not even have enough to stash money at home. So the little they have has already been dropped at the bank. People who often have few amount of money to manage themselves. Now it's something difficult for them. It's something that is difficult for them. They cannot just get access to the new Naira note. They have no money. How do you buy and sell? They said transfer. That is what the Central Bank of Nigeria supports. Well, this is what we have on our hands right now. How is it going in your own life, in your own city, town, villages, state? What is going on? How have you been able to access the Naira note? What is happening to your life? Drop that at the comment section. Let us all share so we know what needs to be done. I think some people, citizens, want to drag the federal government also and the CBN governor. Don't forget to like and share this. It's very important. Subscribe to this channel if you're just coming across it. It's very important. Like and share. Let people have access to this.